To share this quick clip. It's on the Steve Bartlett, The Diary of a CEO. And he's interviewing Alex Hormozi. And Alex Hormozi is talking about the life cycle of an entrepreneur, where you're moving up the life cycle, you're enthusiastic, you get this idea, you're getting it from friends or from things that you're seeing or TV shows, and you're seeing other people doing things, and therefore you're going to copy that idea and you start to build it on your own, and then you're moving upside, you're getting enthusiastic about it, you're building that project, and then you finally hit a plateau and you start coming down until you eventually crash. And talks about specifically that I wanted to mention, as incredible as Alex Hormozi's success has been, is he's speaking about how people are picking up these ideas. Maybe you're seeing your friend doing this, or you're doing other things, and you're following known patterns. And that's really where my space is right here. We're talking about known versus unknown patterns. You see, we know that we perceive and understand our experience as humans through patterns. But I don't think we really stop to think about the fact that there are two types of patterns and then gradations between them. Because you've got patterns that are known patterns. These are the things that you know from the back of your hand. You know them because you've lived these experiences. And then there are unknown patterns. And unknown patterns are the things that are outside of your awareness and knowledge, and you have no frame of reference. And then there's everything in the gradation between those 2 points. And what I think Alex Hormozi pointed out is that the fact that most people find these new ventures and these new ideas because they're following known patterns. You see, we live in a world where influencers really drive exactly what we do as being influenced, the people being influenced. You're seeing how a lot of different young folks, especially Generation X and beyond, they're striving to become influencers. They want easy patterns. They want easy routes. And we choose patterns that are easy because they're known. And if we follow that known pattern, then we feel he's had success, she's had success. Therefore, I have a greater chance of achieving success. But very few of us realize that those known patterns, while they demonstrate greater possibilities for success on the surface itself, they're actually much more limited than you can imagine, because unknown patterns are where everything else exists. Unknown patterns are where all possibilities exist, and where the greatest opportunity to be able to delve in and learn something new exists. See, what is an unknown pattern? Unknown patterns are the things that we never recognize as existing within our space, but when we give attention to the things that call our attention. You see, we're attracted to these things because they're calling our attention. So when we give attention to the things, the anomalies that we detect within our space that we would have never noticed in the first place at all, then we learn something. We learn potentially a process, an understanding of how to do something in this way that we can apply over here. Or we see a form, a shape, a size, a structure of something that is directly related but exactly different from what's over here. And therefore, it gives me an opportunity to apply an existing thing in a completely new space. Uber is an example of a company that came out of nowhere and applied something in a completely different space. They recognize the need that people have for more income, but additionally for getting around, taxi services that are so limited in certain areas. But what it wanted to do with it was an unknown pattern. You're completely breaking the structure that currently exists. You're going against all taxi cabs and diamond plates and things that people spend hundreds of thousands of dollars. So you're going against a known pattern that's supposed to be very rigid and structured and supposed to disallow you from being able to move into that space. But he did it anyway because he saw the processes, individual pieces of understanding that he gained as to how do you circumvent the structure that's keeping you from being able to move into that space that's unknown. So instead of repeating that cycle of rise, climb, peak, crash, try something new. Try looking differently. Try thinking differently. Try, instead of following the patterns that are known, reach into the details of the unknown spaces that you never observed, but they're appearing around you every single day. So thanks for coming into this post. Ty Glover, Think Different Nation. And as normal, I bring clarity to the obvious. Cheers.